I'm a star boy.
I am my face when
I'm with you.
but I love it. But I love it. Anyway, we ready to start the show?
Yeah, hold on.
I can't stand you. Your moon present
What up,
power
bro?
out here. Don't do this to yourself.
Nigga, I'm cute. Nigga, I'm cutie pie. Nigga, I'm cutie pie. Okay, what's up, world?
Alright. Hey, y'all. So we are in video format now.
I'm gonna tell you how to make a blunt.
No, you're not.
Good guy.
Yes, I know exactly what you're doing. Don't do it.
Hold on, I gotta flex my muscles.
Oh my gosh, you get on my nerves. So, as you see, we are in video format now. We had some technical difficulties, but then we were like, you know what?
Why are you telling them what happened?
Just that
We upgraded.
We upgraded.
How the fuck you gotta know?
Alright, so
sometimes you gotta buy a new car because your old one broke down. Does that mean you didn't get a new car?
I suppose.
You upgraded. We're the realest insight.
We are the realest insight, and today is an episode we've said from episode 1 we was gonna do this, and in fact it might have been in part the motivation to do this in the first place.
It's time.
We're gonna talk about Luke Cage. Well, let me tell you how serious it is real quick. It's so serious that we actually did a recording already, and it was out of focus, and we were like, do we do it again? Do we make it right? And we decided to just make it right.
We're making it right because you guys gotta know.
Because
I want you to see the focus and
it needs to be
my
in
blemishes on my face. You gotta see the focus and the hatred in my eyes.
So
when I speak on this show.
Real quick, we're gonna do just a quick. We're not gonna go do a whole synopsis of the show because that's gonna take too long. We don't need to do all that.
Nigga, that's why you got Wikipedia.
Right. Either you saw it or you haven't. If you haven't seen it, real quick, it's a superhero show in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, which I found out in the last recording, includes the TV shows. You can say Cinematic Universe even though you're talking about a TV show. So there's that. But it is part of that. It stars a bulletproof black man in Harlem as he's trying to save the city from both corrupt politicians and drug dealers. And that is your synopsis for the show. Pretty quick and simple in 13 episodes, I believe. 12 or 13 episodes. 13. And it's on Netflix now. And our opinion on it, our completely non-spoiler opinion on it, is that it's not good. It is not that great. And when the show, like, you know, our new rating system is that how much money you should spend on it.
Yes.
But when it's on Netflix and everyone seems to have Netflix, that's a little bit more tricky. So, rating number 1, if you don't have Netflix, steal it from somebody.
Yeah.
Okay? And then watch the show. You don't have to pay to see this show.
I would not.
It's not that good.
No. And you know you got a friend, a brother,
an ex.
You know who you are. Go ahead and use my Netflix. It's okay. I don't want you to pay for this. Go right ahead.
He's really talking to somebody right now, y'all.
You know who you are. You know exactly who you are. So yeah. But no, don't pay for it. Definitely don't go out to get Netflix for it.
Yeah.
Like, if you ain't got Netflix yet,
and you're like, oh, maybe
use that trial and watch everything else.
Literally, yes.
Use that trial and just watch The Walking Dead.
Use that trial and watch any other show.
Daredevil.
Watch Daredevil. If you need to watch a Marvel show. Do not.
Superhero, watch Arrow. Especially season 1 and 2.
Just watch Flash.
Watch the Flash. Season 1 is gonna fuck your brain up.
I mean, you don't need to watch Luke Cage.
Don't watch Luke Cage.
You just skip that altogether. And if you have Netflix, I would say, because you're already paying for it anyway, I would say it's the perfect show that you can multitask to. So you just put it on. It's great background music. You just need to pay attention every 5 minutes of every episode.
That's 5 minutes total, not every other.
Oh yeah, not every other 5 minutes. 5 minutes total of an hour-long episode. Just check in. Make sure you know what's going on. Rewind it 30 seconds if you missed something.
And don't worry, they're going to reiterate what happens.
And really, real talk, they will repeat what happened 6 more times before the show is over. So don't worry too hard about it.
Right.
You don't have to keep up too hard.
Oh no, I missed something.
Do your chores. Clean your house.
Yeah, clean your house.
Fold your clothes. Whatever.
Change brakes.
Call grandma. Whatever you want to do.
Build a steel house outside.
I really want to steal a house. No, steal house is so great. No one's gonna know what we're talking about, but I really want me a steel house so bad.
She really does want to steal a house.
It looks so cool. Anyway, but you could build a steel house and just have Netflix playing on your phone, and you'd be fine.
Good to go. You are good.
You're good. Good. It is a great multitasking show because it does not require much of you at all as an audience. So there's that, and that is our spoiler-free synopsis. So you are free to go. Those who have not seen it.
I'm not gonna give you a spoiler warning because.
Well, that's the.
I'm not gonna say turn this video off.
I just did. I told them they could go.
Man, fuck that.
I care because I hate spoilers.
I'm not gonna tell you to go out and watch it. Do it if you want to, man. But I ain't gonna be like, go watch it before you listen. No.
Yeah, no.
Any other thing, I'm going to tell you that. Not boring ass Luke Cage, which is boring.
It is boring. So here we are. Let's get into it, and I'm just gonna let you go first.
Okay, I'm Chris, and I love superheroes.
Yes, he does.
I am an avid fan. Batman is my favorite.
Yes.
Green Arrow is second, and Daredevil is third. Technically, Daredevil is actually second. I just like I've known Green Arrow longer, so kind of. Let's move on that topic. But anyways, for all those mediums that they're in, they have some like the greatest shows ever, and TV shows, movies, and all that. And I got really pumped because Luke Cage was coming, and admittedly, it was a show with a black superhero. And I mean, I'm like, obviously black, so I thought that was pretty fucking dope. So I was excited for it, and it was in this Marvel Cinematic Universe where you have season 1 and 2 of Daredevil, which has some of the most insane fight scenes I've seen on TV shows. So I'm like, oh shit, we're gonna get something great. We're gonna get this, and yeah, you know, and this is the same year we had Black Panther and Civil War, and I'm like, this is it. We're getting these strong black men who, you know, are widely respected, aren't thugs at all, but aren't, you know, super preachy black guys, which is what I thought. But that is not what I got. I got that with Black Panther. Black Panther was a super badass, super respected black man that didn't say all this about, well, I am a black man in this country and an African man. No, that motherfucker said he was a king and said he would beat your ass. And he don't care. That's what Black Panther said.
That is what Black Panther said.
What you get with Luke Cage is a show that kind of like wagged its finger at me for being, you know, if you're not super, I need to care about all this black and community and stuff, and just be a person, it kind of felt like a wagging a finger to me. And I was not about that. This black man in the USA in 2016 and Trump presidency, I could barely say that, but yeah, it wasn't cool at all. For real, I was really fucking with it because it was like really super idealistic. Like he'd be in a fight scene and he's choking this dude out. He's like lifting him up and he's like, "Do you know where we are? That's Jackie Robinson behind us. He's a great black man." And I'm just like, nigga, yeah, I know he's a great black man. And I can be a great black man too and still say the word nigga. Those are not mutually exclusive goals at fucking all. And that's what Luke Cage was a show trying to be really preachy and a lot of shit with like bad looking fight scenes. So bring something to the table, bro. The dialogue. This is just my quick little, and then we're gonna go into all this shit. Dialogue. I don't know nobody that talks like that. And people I know that talk like this, I don't try to have conversations with them.
No.
Because them motherfuckers talk way too long.
Yes.
And that's every conversation is just so fucking dry and long and shit. It sounds completely unnatural. And if you saw or listen to our podcast on Atlanta, Luke Cage is like the anti-Atlanta for me. Like, yes. Atlanta is real. Like, a real representation of being black in the USA right now. And Luke Cage is the exact opposite. It is a fictional, idealistic representation of being black in the USA right now. Where you have either these super like ghetto black guys who was selling drugs and dealing guns and all this shit and all that, or you have Luke Cage and Misty Knight, who are these shining beacons of the black community and all this shit. And I'm like, I kind of relate more with drug dealers because at least I see that. Like, I see that, I see people like that. And I'm like, I never sold drugs once in my fucking life before. But I'm not this shining beacon of perfect black man either, so I don't really agree with that shit. So, whatever, man. Yeah, get your fight scenes up, bruh. And it's really hard to go from you having Daredevil, and that's what you hit the door open with. This is what you started your Netflix. This is what you started Netflix with.
Right.
All these Netflix shows started because of that. And it's one thing with Jessica Jones,
where she doesn't know how to fight.
She doesn't know how to fight. She's not a fighter.
Right.
But you have Luke Cage, who was literally a prison cage fighter, has police training and combat, was boxing when he was younger too,
right? And
looks like he doesn't know how to fucking throw a punch.
Yeah, not at all. Just wide and messy.
It's shitty. It was just, and in every fight, you had to keep riding waves on how could be a threat because you got this unbreakable black guy who's fighting just a bunch of regular guys with some pistols and shit, and they're like, writer's like, well, fuck, this was interesting the first time, but now, what do we kind of do? Oh, we gotta throw Claire in it. We throw hostages. We throw Misty in there. What is he gonna do? Yeah, that's gonna be exciting. And no, it's not fucking exciting. It's annoying.
And it's not exciting because I don't care about these characters.
Very true.
I don't care about these characters.
You guys killed the only guy I cared about.
Yes. And you're gonna think that we're talking about Pops. But we're not. Because we knew Pops was gonna die.
Pops knew he was gonna die.
Really?
The dude who auditioned for Pops, he fucking knew. He's like, well, for how many episodes I got? No, it ain't a lot.
You know at the beginning of I'm gonna get you, sucker. It's not I'm gonna get you, sucker. It's don't be a menace to society. We're chicken juicy hood.
Okay, Fox.
Yeah, she's like, baby, you know characters like us don't stay long in these movies.
Right.
And then she just goes. That's literally as soon as I saw Pops.
Yeah, I didn't think Pops was gonna at least make it like halfway through the show, and that was gonna be the real turning point. Really gives Luke that, gets him right over the edge, give him that little bit of oomph. I was surprised he died in 3 episodes, and I was kind of like, fuck, he's gonna be sad about this for 10 more episodes. He's gonna complain about this. This motherfucker is gonna say forward, always forward. How many motherfucking times you gonna say that shit? And does the dude who plays Luke Cage really talk like that?
I don't.
It kind of sounds like he's putting on a voice.
I don't know.
I just don't care. I don't.
It does sound like the voice you put on when you want a white job.
Yeah.
When
this nigga got a call from corporate Boston Market doing marketing for that shit. And this nigga.
Not Boston Market.
Yes, I am Luke Cage. Yeah, it's even a restaurant the only way people go to on top. This nigga got a call from Whole Foods.
Right.
Like, yeah, we really... And a desk job. Yeah, we really want you to be part of our... Hey, is this Luke Cage? Well, yes, it is. I'm a harmful black man.
Harmless.
Excuse me. I'm a harmless black man. How can I help you?
That's exactly what that voice is.
That nigga trying to order some pizzas online. That's what he sound like. And he don't want them to think he live in the hood.
Right.
So he'll actually deliver.
Yes, I live at 183 Crenshaw Avenue.
Crenshaw. Compton Road.
Right.
Yeah, that nigga.
Oh.
They're like, hold on, I don't know about this one.
Right.
I know how Crenshaw is. Okay. Let me shut the fuck up. I'm about to piss people off with that, I'll tell you that.
Man, I just... Okay, I wanted to give you space to
Oh, that's it.
Cause
I can talk forever. Except, okay, there's one thing I gotta get off my chest on this show. Luke Cage, and I'm talking to you right now. You're an asshole. You're a jerk. You are literally the type of guy that women complain about. Cause you had no reason to fuck over Jessica Jones like that. And you know what? I even did the research. I looked it up. I Googled how far Harlem is, and I even looked at the farthest part of Harlem. The farthest part of Harlem from the farthest part of fucking Hell's Kitchen. It's 25 minutes away, you fucking dick. Okay? You have this girl that you had this whole conversation heart to heart with, and I understand you've been through so much, and you have PTSD, and you're an alcoholic, and you have all this, but I'm here to help. I'm here for you. And then you, while you are literally, there's no exaggeration, you're actually brainwashed, trying to kill her with your unbreakable skin, and I think damn near as strong as she is. You might actually be stronger than her. I don't remember if stronger. I think she is. I want to say she is. Or I can't think if that is, but I always get confused with Buffy vampires because I know Buffy's stronger than Angel. And I always think that girls end up being stronger than the guys when they have powers. I don't know why. I've always done that in every show. Anyways, let's move on. But, so you have this immense power, unbreakable skin, and she shoots you in the head. And the whole show, you talk about, yeah, and I was dating this girl, and she fucking shot me in the head. Yeah. Nigga, you was trying to kill her, and she, like, immediately got you medical attention. The first second she could, she tried to. She was crying because she thought you were going to die. And then she even says all this shit like, oh, man, I wish we could really get our lives to work. And you told me, yes, well, it'll be fine. And then you just kind of bounced.
And then slept around.
And then didn't call her. You didn't even fuck go to the state. It's if you're from Cleveland, this is it. Hell's Kitchen is Cleveland Heights. Harlem is shaking. Like, nigga, what? Like, bruh, the fuck? If I had a girl that I did all this shit with, and she's like, the fuck you just bounced? No, and if, yeah, Jessica Jones called me right now, crying on the phone. I said that Luke Cage is a fucking asshole, and you can do better than that, because you are a fucking asshole. And you're not gonna go see her in the Defenders, and what the fuck are you gonna say then? Ain't shit. That ain't what you're gonna say.
And also, let's keep it real. Clearly, you like a little milk and coffee too, man. Like,
yeah, you keep talking about this dark, robust flavor. You like your coffee.
And corny ass line, by the way.
My dude, you like skim milk too, okay? Because she ain't got no ass, bruh. Okay? Don't front, man. Just keep it real with us, man.
Keep it real.
It's all good. We ain't hating on it, but just... Yeah, I really like dark, robust coffee. Mm-hmm.
Do you? Is that all you like?
Do you like coffee with your cream or cream with your coffee? Because it sounds like you like just straight up cream. You don't even like coffee, my dude. It sounds like you just like that half and half.
Yeah.
Right?
So
you definitely do. You are definitely not lactose intolerant. Like you
don't have to take no lactate.
Dog, no, you ain't got no problems with that. Bro.
No, man.
So yeah.
So here we go. This show's boring as hell. Okay, and I'm gonna be real. Because nothing was that. There's like two moments in this show that I thought were like, oh, that was an interesting twist, and then they did nothing with it. The rest of the show I could see coming a mile away, and because of that, all of it is one giant beige blur to me. It is like that one crayon in the 64 pack you just never use because it's like not vibrant or interesting to color with. You don't ever need to color with this color.
Yeah, you never use it.
You never use it. It's like in the back and it's like freshly done.
You can't even use it as a skin tone.
You can't. It's just wrong. It's wrong across the board. That is this show. It's boring. You forget about it. It's bland. And my thing is that I'm confused by the tone of the show because it's clearly got this 70s blaxploitation vibe, but it's not strong enough in any direction that is blaxploitation to make it compelling or interesting. The whole point of blaxploitation, let's take a step back here. The only point of blaxploitation is that it's this exploitation, right? There's a whole period of films, right, of different types of exploitation films. And blaxploitation was this idea of, at least initially before, they figured out they can make money doing it, it was this idea of black people saving their own cities. It was how to make modern day black superheroes. So that's where you got characters like Shaft. Yeah, he was a little over the top, but Shaft is not specific. I'm trying not to get too deep. let's go back.
Action Jackson's over the top.
Right.
But he's like 80s.
Dolomite is actually probably the closest.
Dolomite.
Okay.
Dolomite.
But like you get these characters that are over the top and they're fun, but they're also saving the hood, and we don't need, you know, the establishment to come in and rescue us. We can save ourselves, and that is a lot of what blaxploitation was. Coffee and all that. All that is a lot of that kind of story. And because blaxploitation films were made cheaply outside of the Hollywood system, so there's a lot of like technical issues. They weren't necessarily the strongest scripts or the strongest dialogue or the strongest action or the strongest acting, but at least it had some component that made it compelling. And when you modernize it, you have to either honor the action side or the what makes it funny side. So like either you do like Black Dynamite, right, and you just go way into like the satire, hilarious, I threw that shit before I walked in the room side of it, right? Or you go into another Michael Jai White movie, why do I keep forgetting the name of this movie? Blood and Bone.
Blood and Bone, yeah.
Blood and Bone, which is actually on Netflix, by the way.
Watch that instead of Luke Cage.
Just watch that instead of Luke Cage. Which, story-wise, dialogue-wise, acting-wise, it's straightforward, nothing to write home about. But the action of the show, the story, the concept of the story, which is this guy trying to save his hood through fight scenes, is compelling and interesting. You can see they spent time choreographing this. You can see they spent time and hired people that knew how to act and fight. I'm sorry, I should say mostly know how to fight.
Ain't gonna lie.
Ain't gonna lie. But it's interesting, and that's what the movie is around. It's built around this idea. The problem is that Luke Cage isn't built around any of that. The action in Luke Cage, and so let's go down the list here. The action in Luke Cage sucks. Straight up. You can tell when people are being pulled away by wires. Okay? Right, you can see it. Like the body just goes wrong. It doesn't, the physics of the world is wrong every time they have a fight sequence. You can tell that objects that he's supposed to lift and move and throw. Like and you said it was what, the Christmas attic scene?
Yeah, the Christmas attic.
He lifts like a couch.
Yeah, and he starts like pummeling him with it.
And it just doesn't because they made a couch that was light enough for the actor to lift. It doesn't have the force to hit these stuntmen.
So like the density of it was completely off.
It's just off. It just doesn't. It's not.
It didn't look like
sell it.
anything was happening. It looked like they were getting hit with like a paper bag.
Right.
Like,
It doesn't sell at all. And
which I get the look of the paper bag by Luke Cage picking it up.
Right.
But it still is a couch.
Right. It should still affect me, like non-Luke Cage. I should still get hit. Or I'm sorry, these stuntmen should still get hit. And it just, that wasn't there at all. And that's really disappointing because it's a superhero show. It's an action show. And again, with at least Jessica Jones, you can kind of excuse it because you're like, well, she doesn't know how to fight. But then this whole point, Luke Cage can't throw a punch. Like, he really can't. He throws these messy, wide punches, and you're like, well, what are you doing? Like, you're an action show. You're a superhero show. What are you doing? Like, it's you have one job, y'all. One job.
It's humbling watching it. Like, wow. And I really hope that when they make the Defenders, everything is just Daredevil's. You got
Daredevil's team.
Daredevil's like team for their fight scenes, for their choreographing, for damn near the directors and everything. I just want it to be Daredevils because don't get the dudes to do fucking Luke Cage because it's gonna look like fucking shit. It looks awful.
It looked really bad acting, like fighting wise. Then going into the acting and the direction and the dialogue, all of it was so weak and so corny. And I don't know anyone who talks like that. Like, no one.
I've never had a conversation.
Again, who stops in the middle of a conversation and goes, do you know who Crispus Attucks is? You've got a gun to my head. I've had a bad day. I'm going to tell you about Crispus Attucks. What?
It was so fucking preachy. And it was just
why? Why are we doing this? And, like, it didn't lead to anything. It wasn't like all of these, like, Black History moments led to something that
it didn't
made the
get
show
a payoff at all.
There's no payoff. It's just
Black History. This is what happened.
Because we're black.
Notice.
Like,
and it's
just
like, what? Because you don't. I get that this is a black TV show, and I'm happy it's a black TV show.
Sure.
I think we should have more black superhero TV shows. It should be to the point that we don't have to do this because it didn't. It like you don't like when Daredevil's beating the shit out of somebody, he doesn't stop to talk about Irish history. Fuck. I'm guessing Jessica Jones is Italian. I don't even know why. Ritter. I don't know what the fucking last name is.
Yeah, I'm guessing. I don't know. Let's call it a title.
But she ain't stopping talking about motherland and Greece and all this shit, nigga. Like, no. So why the fuck every time that guy shit gotta happen with black people, we gotta do that shit?
It just...
And it's like, it takes it away from this being a show. It takes it away from that. And that's what pisses me off when people say that this is such a great show. Because no, it's not. You're lying. Yeah. You're only saying it because they're black actors. Yeah. Which is offensive.
Yes.
Because it's grating on a curve. And it's saying, it's like when little Johnny comes home with a drawing that he drew by hand. And it's like, well, he's a kid, so it's nice. The fuck out of here. Little Johnny's like, bruh, no, I'm fucking 18. I want to go to art school. Like, the fuck? Don't say, little Johnny, it's real nice. We're going to put it on the fridge. Say, man, I'm trying to do something.
Nigga, where's you?
And it's messed up that little Johnny's not offended by that. Because in this scenario, little Johnny's not offended by that.
Right.
And that's little Johnny. Luke Cage should be offended when people say that. You take the D and the F that you have from the show. Take that failure.
And that's my thing. Is like I don't like. So the other side of that to me is that I don't like the fact that some people are grading this on a curve because it's black. Because then they're like, well, you know, what do you expect? This is what they can do. This is the best that you can get. And like,
we don't have Down syndrome. We don't have a mental issue. Grade me like a regular show.
Right. And that's my thing is that like my only issue is that there are white shows that were white predominant shows like Walking Dead that do kind of get a season or two to work themselves out. Like, again, if we were just watching Walking Dead right now and just if we started at season 1, I would probably never go back. I didn't. That's the whole point. I didn't go back for a while. Nope. Because it sucked. And so, but Walking Dead got like 3 seasons to get their stuff together. So I am optimistic or hopeful that Luke Cage can get another season or 2 to kind of work out these problems and make a decent show. There. Don't get on the curve. Okay?
Don't do it.
Just don't do it. Just don't do it. Just stop doing that.
It doesn't help anything.
It doesn't help. Just let's be real so we can grow and learn from the first season and make a better show. But yeah. The dialogue is, like we said, it's weak. It explains everything without showing a thing. And that's one of my biggest issues with the show is the concept in filmmaking is one of the first rules of filmmaking, show, don't tell. And you're telling me that there's this bad guy who has this very weak, very plot hole written backstory. Sorry, that's our cat. Who, look, Ricky, we ain't got time for this right now.
Ricky, we're making a podcast, and we're black. Do you know who Jesse Owens is?
No, but show don't tell. Do not give me this. Don't tell me that there's this big drama between our main bad guy and our main character, and don't show me the drama. Show me the relationship with them at all. You keep telling me, you keep talking about it, but you don't show me any flashbacks where I can see this thing develop between the two of them. In fact, the only flashback you do give, which you give during the climax of the fight, which is just at the wrong time of the episode.
Yeah,
like
who puts a climactic final clash in the first 10 minutes of an episode?
I was so confused. I honestly thought, when that scene happened, I was like, okay, so there's more, right? Like, I thought, like, all the bullets, like, all the Judas bullets were gonna, like, had like a timer in it, and they were gonna like self-destruct or some shit, and so Luke Cage had to go grab all the bullets.
I thought Diamondback was gonna break out of the ambulance.
Something.
A fight scene at the actual precinct.
Something.
Is what I thought. That's what I was.
But instead, we get this Lord of the Rings 45-minute long ass ending, and I'm sorry, Lord of the Rings lasted for like 10 hours. You needed a long ending.
We had we had 3 movies, each of them being 3 days long.
They had a war and shit. Yeah, you needed a long time to have Frodo explain and have hugs and everybody calm the hell down. We just went through a whole lot of things.
We need to finalize it. And it's finalizing a world.
It's a whole
not
world.
A season of a show.
Right. That wasn't happened. Right, exactly. It wasn't that deep in the first place. But you waited until that fight scene anyway to show the first flashback between these two characters. And then in that flashback, it's still not antagonistic. Like, they're still buddy,
yeah, they weren't even fighting each other. He was his coach.
So I'm like, what? Like, if I had to... The idea of Show Don't Tell is that you're supposed to be able to mute a movie or a TV show and still get a basic understanding of what's happening. That's supposed to be... And, you know, obviously there's details you're going to miss and things like that, but you're still supposed to be able to take away the gist of the show. And if I just muted that and watched that, I wouldn't understand that these were supposed to be brothers that hated each other and grew up with this animosity between each other because all you did was tell me about it. And it's not interesting when two people just talk about it.
And yeah, it was just stupid.
There's an irony here of us doing a vlog, though, of two people just talking about a show. When I just went through the whole Show Don't Tell thing.
Nigga, this is a damn video. Saying me trying to spend millions of dollars trying to kill you because my daddy disowned me.
Who is still alive, by the way?
Oh yeah! Spoiler! Luke Cage's dad. Well, not even spoilers. It says throughout the whole fucking show. Luke Cage's dad is alive.
It's alive.
So the guy that had his whole secret family and disowned me and didn't love me and loved him instead of me. He's still alive. I'm not going to take revenge out on him. But Luke Cage,
I'm mad at you. Right.
Lucas, you gotta go.
And I'm going to quote random Bible verses while I do.
Because I'm also a creature son, too.
Because that's a thing.
I'm shitty.
It's not. It's just not a thing, guys.
It's not. My mom is literally
right. Literally. And she... who really likes Jesus, by the way.
Oh yeah, very much so, and at least when she does quote the Bible, it's
like in context.
It's appropriate.
It makes sense.
It's not just.
I'm just quoting it to sound cool.
Because it sounds cool.
Right, which is literally 35% of the dialogue is that sounds cool, but it doesn't actually make sense or work with any other line, and no one talks like that. So it's weird and it's jarring, and like I said, if you're not getting a Black history lesson or a random Bible verse, it's didn't someone call someone a jive turkey or some shit at one point, and you're like,
who the fuck says that?
What? It's like
it's
and then again, then there's a whole chunk of it that's just nothing but exposition, where it's not just exposition of backstory, but then it's exposition of episodes we just saw. It's Netflix. Don't waste time telling me.
Yeah, that's another thing, nigga. I'm binge watching. You know that
by design, and that's what's so frustrating. That's actually
you got an autoplay going on, bro. Why you got to tell me the last one?
That's actually more frustrating when it comes to a Netflix show. Is that if you know your medium, you should use it. And, I know that everybody's a huge fan of the last season of Arrested Development, but I thought it was wonderful because it understood its medium, and you could go back and write this. You could write a new version of this show where it's not set up like the sitcom was. It's set up differently because you can go back and rewatch things, and they know you're binge watching. And they did cute little. I mean, they took it above and beyond where they did cute little things where. And the sound effect of
Facebook
notification went off in the background, and I was like, "All right, that's pretty cool," because you know your medium, and you can do that. And it got me too. And like even Stranger Things, which isn't shaped like that, and I'm not gonna spoil it for you because you haven't seen it yet. But even Stranger Things is built like a long movie, because they know you're binge watching.
Right.
But there are literally flashbacks within like a 2-episode arc. Like something happened in the last episode, then we flash back to it in the next one, and I'm like, I literally just watched this.
Like I just saw this. You don't have to do that.
You don't have, and it wasn't like it was a big dramatic scene or interesting thing or anything. It was just literally a flashback, and I'm like, this isn't. All right, this is what we're doing now, huh?
It was just It was just good, and how I rated it, the show for me. was I literally just compared it to Daredevil. I'm like, okay, if Matt Murdock, even in the last episode of season 1, people started saying he was getting a little corny. At the end, when he was just talking to Kingpin about how much he loved the city and how he's fighting for the city, and I'm like, okay, he was getting a little hammy at some points, but he was not fucking Daredevil. I mean, excuse me, Luke Cage was looking up, and that's what Harlem represents. It represents leaving a better future. And then randomly there's some kids playing in a park. Like, come the fuck on.
When he gave that speech in the police station at the last episode, and like all the police officers are looking at him like, oh,
that's an articulate black man.
That Negro has something to say.
He got something to say. Yeah,
he really touched my heart. He really does,
Smitty. Like, yeah, kind
of. And he wasn't. That's the thing. The writing is so basic that the reaction is way over the top for the kind of writing you're getting here.
Like, he wasn't saying shit.
He wasn't saying anything interesting or important or memorable.
That's what Harlem represents. And also, nigga, how the fuck you know what Harlem represents? You're from fucking Georgia. Claim your shit, bruh.
Well, I mean, okay, I'll give him that because the Harlem Renaissance and
nigga, claim your shit.
Because art.
Claim your shit. Okay.
There are so many plot holes that we literally could just. It's gonna take.
I can do a whole video on what the fuck Diamondback's plan was.
We did, and it was long, and we probably shouldn't do it again because we really took. And that's the thing. It wasn't bad. It's just there's so many plot holes.
So many problems. Like, okay, how much is Diamondback even worth?
And why was he willing to throw it all away on someone whose life is already shitty?
Because them Judas bullets were like. Enough that Cottonmouth, who was estimated at least 8 to 9 million, gasped at the price and said he needed to take out a loan.
Right. So he's just throwing those things away.
And then somehow the whole police department gets armed with these, I mean, like insanely priced Judas bullets. So if I lived in New York and I saw that shit, I'd be pretty fucking pissed off that that's where my tax fucking dollars are going.
Also, that's gotta be a weapon of mass destruction. That's
super dangerous.
That's military grade shit that you just gave to the NYPD Stop and Fix Blue. Oh man, hold on. Wait a second, I didn't even thought about that. You just gave. Wait a fucking second. You gave the same department that literally we having this conversation about wearing hoodies and shit about military grade. No, this is wrong. I'm not.
My regular black ass can't take a normal bullet.
Right though.
The fuck on. My whole arm gonna blow off if I get in one of those things. Hell to the no.
Your arm would blow up before it even exploded. Like, it would just blow off. And then it would just explode, and you'd be like, "Oh shit! I guess I can't put that back on."
That's there's no chance. At that point, there's no chance of life. I'm just done.
You're just done.
Gone.
Speaking of arms that got shot for no reason, why was she Misty Knight? Okay, so let me back up a step. Out of all the like consistent characters on the show from like day one to now, to the last episode, I feel like the actress that played Misty Knight did the best she could. She didn't do great. I feel like Cottonmouth was the best actor.
Cottonmouth was definitely the best.
Cottonmouth was the best. I feel like they gave him room to do whatever he wanted with the script and the dialogue and the mannerisms, and I think he really went with it, and I think he enjoyed it. I feel like Alfred Woodard was just happy to kind of be there. You know, she's getting that Marvel money. You should know Marvel money is good money because she'll come back as long as she don't get killed. And even if she does get killed.
Side note, she's one of 2 actors to actually play 2 characters in the Marvel universe. Because she was in Civil War. She was the black mother that talked to Tony Stark in the very beginning.
You're right.
Everybody thought that was going to be one big connection, which they kind of should have done, but they didn't.
That's weird.
So, yes, she actually plays 2 characters. And I think only one other person did that.
Huh.
Yes.
Good job. Thanks for that trivia. So like I loved her because I love Alfred Woodard, but she kind of whatever step above phoning it in is, that's what she was doing.
She was just there.
She was just there. not
she's
bad.
Just there, and her just there is better than most people's trying.
Exactly, because
so.
she's out of order. So yes, exactly. That's exactly what it is. And I feel like the chick that played Misty Knight was just there, but she's still like learning acting, so that wasn't.
Yeah, her just there isn't, because she doesn't. Her giving 70% isn't the same thing as Alfred Woodard's giving 70%.
Right, exactly.
Those are two very different.
Exactly.
Like,
so I think she did the best she could with what she had. That said, I don't understand why she was Misty Knight. I don't get why. First off, I feel like the actress was too old for the role. No shade, but like, if you don't have the mechanical arm right now, why did they cast you as that character? Then there's nothing about Misty Knight that made me think, outside of her mechanical arm and that storyline that comes later, that we needed this. Why she could just be Keisha. Like, there's nothing about her that's specifically Misty Knight related, as far as I can tell. It's not like Bruce Wayne, where Bruce Wayne, outside of Batman, is still a really smart guy who pretends to be this playboy that everyone thinks is an idiot. Like, you can still play up that character without the Batman component. So if you're going to take away the robotic arm component that is Misty Knight, what do you have left?
There's no reason for her to be that. And I thought she was going to lose her arm. Like, when she got shot in the arm, I was like, okay, here we go. Call up Tony Stark, get her a metal prosthetic, we're good to go. Nope. And then Luke Cage just said,
you're probably going to lose that arm.
Oh. I was like,
alright.
I was like, here we go. Really? Next episode, she's in the interrogation room, not even having a sling on. And I'm like, okay, so why did that happen?
Reasons?
Yes, I guess.
So yeah, that was a bowl of disappointment.
Big old bowl.
A big old bowl of disappointment there. Luke Cage himself.
Bruh.
Not the greatest actor.
Not
at all. And
you know what? I won't say that. I won't say he's not the greatest actor. Because I can't fucking tell. Because your character is so fucking boring. I can't tell if you are just a boring actor or your character is just so fucking boring that I'm just like, it's chicken and egg.
There it is. And you're right.
I can't hate on you.
As a character, is the most one-dimensional, boring-ass character I've seen in a very long time. Especially for a main character.
So exactly.
There's nothing. There's no conflict in them, and I'm not trying to say that every character needs to be some dark, tormented soul, right? They don't have to all be Jessica Jones. No. Strung out alcoholic, being mean and abusive to folks. But at the same time, there's unique complexity to your character, and I feel like, especially because of the rest of the way Luke Cage is made, the show I feel like specifically the character was made to be such a good black guy, like the best black guy character, because they're overcorrecting the representation of black men in television, right? So because all the black men in TV are usually like crabby and they're abusive and horrible, so they overcorrected it, and it made him the most perfectly boring ass person on the planet.
He's like Clark Kent all the time.
Yeah.
But even when Superman turns into Superman, he kind of gets a little more badass and kind of gets a little. He's just Clark Kent 24/7.
Clark Kent all the way around.
And it's just like.
But even Clark Kent is more interesting because he's a nerd and he's still awkward. There's still that tension.
He's just basic. And then the worst part about it is that that's not Luke Cage in the comics at all. Luke Cage in the comics is this really tough. Everybody's intimidated by him, but he is a nice guy. But he's authoritative and carries himself like that's not him at all. Like,
I don't get it. I don't get why they thought that was the way to go with that. And again, you're right. And I'm going to take that back. You're right. I can't tell whether or not he's just not a great actor or if that just was a really poorly written.
That was just what you were supposed to be.
Because that was, I just didn't care about. I didn't care about any character for real on the show. Except for Cottonmouth in his last episode. This is one of the two moments in the show that I thought was really solid and then went nowhere with. I think I said the second one already, was the part where she got shot in the arm. Because I thought, oh, okay, we're about to do it.
Right.
And then they didn't.
No, I was so pissed off about Cottonmouth dying because it was finally.
They finally, and this is what we're talking about. Because you might have criticism of us being upset about this, but here's a perfect example of what I mean by a dimensional character. Up until this point, we've only seen Cottonmouth as this hard-ass, literally punching someone to death gangster. And like we've seen that kind of character before. I think Kingpin did it the best, but we've seen versions of that character in all kinds of films before. So we're already used to that. When we finally get his backstory and we see the relationship with his mom, we see the relationship with his uncle, we see the fact that he just wanted to be this musician, and yet he was still a pawn between the two of these people, his mom and his uncle. And then he didn't really want to get into it. He didn't have a stomach for it. And we don't get where the transition... We start to see the beginning of the transition, but we don't get the full transition between the kid he was, which was shy and meek and playing the piano,
right,
to this dude that's killing people with his bare hands and has no problem with it.
Right, exactly. Like, and that's what made it. It's like, oh shit, this is I am now interested.
I am invested. I want to know more.
You're gonna kill him, and on top of that, I'm interested on him, and he's the best actor on the show.
He is the best actor.
I'm like, fuck. Man, why'd you have to kill him?
And like, again, I thought when they killed him, I was like, okay, this must be the point everyone talks about. Because everyone says, we just gotta get to this one point and it's gonna be good. And I thought, okay, fine. You're gonna give the bad guy role to Alfre Woodard then. I thought that's where this was going. Was like, she was gonna become the new bad guy. Because now you've got this dynamic where she's the politician, but also has this seedy, drug dealing, gun dealing side to her, and she's got to maintain the politician face with that, and then also hide the fact that she murdered, her cousin. Like, I thought, okay, these are some elements that would be interesting to... No.
Nope.
All of a sudden, we get this weird relationship between her and Shades?
Yeah, which still don't really care.
I don't understand. Is that a thing in the comments did on this? Because
they can both do better.
They really could both do better. No shade, no tea, but all the shade and tea. Because they both could do better. I don't get that at all. Why? Why was that the direction you wanted to go in?
Creepy.
Because he was kind of creepy about it. He was kind of... Yeah, no, it's just weird.
Calling her sexy and stuff, and like completely inappropriate scenarios.
Right. You just murdered somebody. That's real sexy. What? No.
And then, I mean, I don't know. I just don't feel like you should be dating somebody who calls themselves Shades.
Yeah, right. Like,
it doesn't sound like
do better for yourself.
You should be in a relationship with. And it's not good. It wasn't good.
Bad dialogue. One-dimensional characters.
Luke Cage is an asshole.
Luke Cage is an asshole.
Jessica Jones, if you ever need to cry, you call me. I'll give you a shoulder to cry. He's a dick.
He is. The plot doesn't go anywhere for real that you didn't see coming. There's no real interesting turns or anything like that happen to make you go, oh, okay, no. No. Exactly whatever you think the story is, it's exactly what the story is. And that is disappointing. And then on top of that, it's got bad action sequences. And for a superhero show, again, where I forgive Jessica Jones for having bad action sequences because it is thematically about so many things that we don't see on TV, and it handled it really well, that I was like, okay, I'm willing to forgive you because you clearly spent the time and effort in that direction.
And there was no, what did you spend your time and effort on?
Apparently the music, which doesn't fit it's good music, but it doesn't fit the show at all.
Yeah, it's not realistic.
Yeah, yeah, I mean, because you said before that, like, you listen to the Atlanta soundtrack, you don't listen to what's on Luke Cage.
Yeah,
but I'll even give them the fact that Luke Cage is supposed to be like 10, 15 years older than you, know? At least 10 years older.
Like the character himself?
Yeah, the character himself is supposed to be about 10 years older than you. So
it's like 35.
Yeah, I'll give you the fact that, like, his music is going to sound different than your music, on Atlanta.
I mean, my thing is that Donald Glover's not that much. He's like,
I was just about to say. Yeah, I was gonna say down. I think it's like 32. I think
he's older than me, but it's just like when you. This is gonna sound kind of bad,
sure.
But
we are the
for
realest.
me, the music wasn't like Atlanta plays songs that I don't fucking even know.
Right.
And I gotta look up because I'm like, damn, that beat was smacking on that. Oh shit, I don't know where you. And I was like, oh shit, that's hard.
Right.
But Luke Cage plays to me what I call ironic black songs, where it's stuff that you hear in either commercials or has been out for so long that white people know about it. So it's like white people, like how white people like Wu-Tang Clan.
Right, but they don't actually listen to Wu-Tang Clan.
They actually like fucking Wu-Tang Clan. It's ironically that you like Wu-Tang Clan because they're, it's Wu-Tang. So that's it, and that's what they continue to pick ironic black songs.
Yeah.
No one likes.
Real talk. No one likes all of Wu-Tang.
Nobody likes. No, you might like 2 people out of Wu-Tang. Nobody likes all them niggas. One, that's a lot of niggas to like. Okay, they deep as fuck. Like
you can't name. I can't. I've been black for 29 years.
29
I cannot name
running.
you all of the people in the Wu-Tang Clan. Period. I can tell you the good ones.
I always thought Redman was in Wu-Tang Clan.
I for real thought Redman was in Wu-Tang Clan for the longest time. Okay, and that's just
that's just Meth Man's boy. So
just happens to be him.
No, but yeah, I was really surprised. What is that one song that's always I'm surprised that didn't play fucking Luke Cage.
Oh, why didn't they play Montel Jordan?
This is how we do it. It's Friday night. That songs like that are ironic fucking black songs, and that's all it was.
Yeah, it was that and like super, like even if you didn't recognize it, it was like super old black. The Delphonics. Who the fuck is thinking about the Delphonics right now?
I don't even know who they were.
Okay, I only know who they are because I literally listened to 93.1 going to sleep when I was a kid. Like that's the.
I do, and I still didn't know their name. I know their songs, but I didn't know their name.
La 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 la.
What the fuck is a Delphonic? Like,
I love you.
I always thought that was not Gap Man.
Here's what's funny. I could be wrong. They might not be the Delphonics. Now that I'm saying it out loud. Cause who the hell?
Who the fuck? I'm 24. I don't know. I am 24.
But
I listen to Migos. Okay, I do not know.
But like that's safe R&B music you can play for white people too.
Yeah, it's safe. That's exactly it. It's safe. You ain't got no 808s going on when you have your 4K TV and your sound bar and you're watching Luke Cage.
You're not even playing Parliament Funkadelic.
You ain't not even playing Jay-Z.
You ain't playing Ozzy Brothers.
And that nigga's safe.
We gonna get real now. Who's more hard, Jay-Z or Beyonce?
Yeah, you ain't even, and you definitely ain't playing no damn Formation when Missy Knight come out there, okay? No Formation was playing when she was out, alright?
Beyonce ain't on your breath?
No, right, you ain't got that shit. So I'm just like, it was just, the music choices were stuff that...
It's good music, don't get me wrong.
I'm not hating. I'm not hating
on the music, I'm saying it wasn't appropriate for the show.
It wasn't appropriate for show, and it was the safest of safest calls.
Safe.
But you still want to make black music in it. So, whatever, nigga.
Yeah, just across the board, I was bored. I was very bored, and part of the reason why this episode took so long to get done is because it was a chore for me to watch this show. Christian would keep asking, so you finished it yet? So we can go ahead and do this podcast? And I was like, nah. And it got to the point where I forgot. I would keep forgetting what episode I was left on. Like I would come back to it, and Netflix remembers where you were, and I would start the new episode, and I'm like, I don't remember. But no, nothing left a memory to me. Nothing left a lasting impression.
And then you had the last shit. From when he got shot, but that bullet actually hurt him, till about the end. Could have just been about 3 episodes.
Really? Y'all dragged that shit out.
5 or 6.
They really dragged that out, and it did not need to be.
You could have done that. You could have done from that to the end of the series with 3 episodes.
Yeah, easily. The amount of story we were telling was not that deep at all, and that's my point. It's like we spent so much time. You want to build this world by telling me about all the people that used to live in Harlem and how important Harlem is, but then you don't do a good job building the world. You want to tell me, that Luke Cage is this impenetrable, bulletproof fighter, but then he's not a good fighter. Wow. You make all of this big story about this guy trying to kill his half brother because he's jealous, but then you don't show me anything about this relationship, and it's boring. I've seen everything you do show me, everything you spend time on, and all the dialogue you give me is boring as hell, and I've seen it before, and it's just. And I'm sorry, I'm so glad we actually did this one because I forgot to mention this in the last. I'm glad we recorded it. The first cop, the dirty cop partner that Misty had, the worst actor I've seen. What? I don't.
That's pretty fucking terrible.
I still don't get
You're a shitty actor, dog.
I don't get if that was. I felt like the whole time I thought that was supposed to be a joke. Like I was like, are we? Is this a joke? Because
Misty Knight. There you go again.
You're crazy.
Looking
at that board.
You just always look at that board and just get so immersed in it.
Literally, though. He's not. That's literally how he was giving these lines. I'm just acting.
Who's driving? Rock, paper, scissors. You always win.
Literally what that sounded like. And I was like...
Looking in the camera, too. Like.
Right. I'm like, is this really...
You always win, Misty.
Is this really what we're doing?
He's like looking up and down.
Right.
Like,
Yeah. Okay.
That a good scene?
We didn't call cut.
And then on top of that shit, when he went to go to Cottonmouth Club and there was a big reveal that he was a dirty cop and working for Cottonmouth and all that shit, he was disrespectful as shit.
Yes, he was.
Coming in there, kicking around, calling him a bitch and all this shit. Cottonmouth, you should have whooped that nigga's ass right fucking there. You ain't had to kill him. You should have whooped that nigga's ass. I know the fuck if you were Kingpin, killing him wouldn't even been that wouldn't even been a problem. That wouldn't even been a blip on your radar. Like, but again, Kingpin took a dude's head off with a door because he was kneeling to him in a restaurant. Kneeling, the nigga was begging, and he's like, "You look like a bitch in front. You look like a hoe ass nigga in front of my girl. You didn't even make me look like a hoe.
You made yourself look bad.
You made me look bad because you look like a hoe ass nigga in front of my girl. I didn't actually do anything wrong, but you look like a bitch, so I'm gonna take your head off with a car door because I'm the Kingpin." And that shit didn't happen. And that is still from the best character in the show.
Right. It's just in conclusion, don't pay for this shit. Don't pay for it. You've seen this story a million times before. The only thing I will say that is in its credit is that you've seen this hood movie before, and this time it actually has a budget and a competent camera staff. So, like, it actually looks like a competent story. Like, it looks like an actual good film. But I swear to you, you can find this Luke Cage movie for free on YouTube by, like...
Nigga, watch Dolomite. Watch the Avenging Disco Godfather.
Or the Human Tornado.
The Human
Tornado. You just gotta find the trailer for that. Literally, it's the greatest trailer you've ever seen. There's no trailer better than the trailer for the Human Tornado. Tornado.
You moving that head.
The story is so basic that it's a waste of time doing anything else. The dialogue is dry and it's either what's the word I'm looking for? Exploitative. It's no. I'm tired, y'all.
I don't know what word you're trying to say.
I'm trying to say it explains the story.
Oh,
explicit. Nope. Nah, I'm never gonna say.
Explains the story, nigga.
Okay.
Shit.
Explain the story. It's repetitive. It's boring, or it's Black History lessons for no reason. All the characters on the show are pretty one-dimensional. The only one that's anywhere close to dynamic is Claire, who is underserved in my opinion. I feel
kind of turned into the superhero homie hopper, so
unnecessarily.
Yeah, out of nowhere,
and that
she even said she wasn't gonna do that, and then
she
did that.
Yeah, it just was. It was like okay.
Iron Fist trying to take a number right now.
Stop. And then, like, again, the action wasn't... And then the one thing the show is supposed to do is a superhero story.
Punisher's acting to be like anti-hero.
Stop. The one thing this show's supposed to do is be an action show, and it's not. The action is not good. It's a bunch of... I mean, shootouts are, like, a very cheap way to do an action sequence anyway. Cheap in terms of, like, you don't have to choreograph it as much as anything like that. You have to figure out camera and all that, but still... And it's just not that interesting. And when you have a bulletproof character, you gotta work harder anyway to make the tension more interesting. You don't give me characters to care about, so I don't care. And yeah, no, it just was boring and disappointing. And yeah, it was really womp womp. That's pretty much what it was.
So yeah, if you are thinking about getting Netflix, like you don't have it, just watch Luke Cage. Get Netflix. We'll watch everything else.
Just literally watch everything else on it.
Watch Daredevil.
Watch Daredevil. Literally watch the hallway scene like 6 times.
Watch that. Watch almost all the fight scenes in season 1 and 2 of Arrow. Watch the climb of Arrow in season 3.
That was pretty good.
When he fights Ra's al Ghul on the mountaintop.
That was pretty good.
That's probably one of the best fight scenes I've seen. Watch that. Watch that instead. Watch anything.
Watch when you want to go back to a gunfight? Watch when the Punisher. Pick one. I was gonna name one, and I was like, wait, they're all great.
My favorite one is when the Punisher, when they were torturing him,
and
he blew that dude's face off, and they actually showed him blowing his fucking.
I was actually thinking about the cafe scene.
The cafe! Oh,
the diner is amazing.
Oh man!
And then as soon as I was thinking about the diner, I thought about the prison scene.
Oh, he gutted him with the coffee pot. And it made all the noises and all. Oh man, that got my insides all weird up, man. No, watch that. Definitely watch that.
Just watch that.
Watch anything. Watch Jessica Jones.
Watch Jessica Jones.
If you want a superhero show with a story, watch Jessica Jones.
Right. If you're not, if action isn't your selling point, which is fine, you watch Jessica Jones.
And you still watch Daredevil because you're gonna get both. Daredevil, you get the story and action. It's all one nice little.
Is Under the Red Hood on Netflix? Because you could just watch that.
Oh, you could watch that. Watch On the Red Hood.
There's literally so many other things superhero related.
You just watch it.
Just watch over Luke Cage. Luke Cage, just if you gotta watch it because you need to keep up with the universe, go do your dishes.
Yeah. So
yeah, let's wrap this up real quick. First and foremost, now that we're on YouTube, say it, Christian.
Oh yeah, hit like, please subscribe to our videos, new videos coming out every week. Share, I think that's the thing you can also do. Hit the thumbs up button. What else can you do?
You can leave a comment.
Leave comments, please. Tell us what you want us to talk about. We will always do The Walking Dead. And
right.
We will also start Throwback Thursday.
Throwback Thursdays.
For the first one we're going to do is Batman versus Superman.
Literally because he just wants to.
Yawn of Dustin. That shit suck, man. That's a shitty ass movie. And we gonna even do about the Ultimate Edition, so no motherfucking say, well, there's actually a better version. No, nigga, they all suck. So we're gonna do that too. We're also gonna do things that we like.
Yeah, actually,
we're not gonna just do shitty reviews on shitty stuff. To just
we will. Well, we did Atlanta, and we're also. I'd want to introduce you to Pacific Realm because that's a throwback that I think is really good. We don't get to talk enough about that.
Do that.
But and then like you said, we're doing the weekly Walking Dead. If there's any suggestions you guys have for things you'd like us to watch, by all means, let us know. And yeah,
and look out for this one.
Anyway, thank you guys for tuning in.
Couple watches.
We'll see you soon.